Oh. Some of the missions in this game are retarded. I shit you not, there was one guy on Tatooine. He wanted me to go to 3 different fucking planets to get the cunt vegetables. I had to go to fucking Naboo, I had to go into the lake and fucking into Theed and get fucking different vegetables, and I had to go to fucking Kashyyyk for vegetables. Like, fuck you. Go get your own vegetables.
He wants the stew.
No, it's because he runs a restaurant, you see. But it's like, you're gonna make me planet hop for fucking grocery shopping? It's like, I understand you live on a desert planet, but can't you fucking order in? Like,
Well, not just
shit.
that. Someone who's going around saving the fucking so many civilizations. Hey, can you go down to my local Tatooine and get me a fucking celery stick?
Yeah. But they only got these flowers on fucking Naboo. Well, fucking ring up the Queen and fucking get an order in. I don't know.
It's like asking Superman to fucking go grocery shopping.
Because one of the characters, because you get 2 characters when you're Lego, you know how it is. I'm just sort of wandering around as fucking Anakin, right? You're asking the most powerful person in the galaxy to get you fucking groceries. You're nuts. Do you know how retarded that is when you contextualize it? Mr. Skywalker, sir, can you get my groceries, please?
Oh, don't ask him that.
Well, I'm actually using the Anakin from Mustafar with the yellow eyes on him.
Oh no.
Reason being is because a lot of the characters have voice lines, and when you play the game for long enough, well, I mean, when you play the game for more
It gets boring as fuck.
You've heard them all.
Yeah.
So, but thankfully, this version of Anakin is fucking dead silent, and it's amazing. He doesn't speak a fucking sound. Yes, thank you, bro.
Just when I want from my protagonist dead fucking silence.
Well, no, this is like, you know, almost, this is like dark side broody Anakin. So, you know, he's quiet and then they nothing. What was I gonna say? Fucking Boba Fett has one voice line and one only whenever you swap to him. God above. And because you need bounty hunters because some missions you can only accept as a bounty hunter because, you know, kind of off the booky kind of missions. I hear that fucking voice line so fucking often. It drives me nuts.
So about the man, is it This Is the Way? Out of curiosity.
No. Well, he's actually not a Mandalorian.
Oh, he's not actually. Oh yeah,
he's
of course.
the clone of Jango Fett.
Yeah.
So he's not actually he wears the Beskar armor, but he's no Mandalorian. Okay. I'll just return this to this fucking Jawa, which is the 7th Jawa I've had to go find a droid for. You'd think fucking they wouldn't be able to lose them on fucking 2 different planets. Nah, beats me, mate. You'd think by the number of times I fucking swapped to Boba Fett, I'd remember the line, but I don't. But it's the same line. I'll swap to him fucking once and get the line. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, he says, Boba Fett, bounty hunter, jetpack mechanic, delivery man, every single time. Every time, without fail. And it's not like he even has multiple different ways he says it. It is the same way every single time. Not a single tonal change. Drives me fucking nuts.
Ah, yes. What Boba Fett is known for, not being a fucking scary motherfucker. No, this jetpack mechanic. Oh god.
I mean, it's a Lego game. Like, you're not going to say Boba Fett, professional hitman. Like, no. And for children. But when you contextualise what Boba Fett does for a living, yeah, it's quite funny. You know, when he lists off a set of skills, a nightmare for someone like you. You know, it's like, man. A nightmare for any fucking jetpack scammer. Watch out.
Oh, Zero Better, that was horrible. Never mind, Zero Better, that was godly. Oh, Sarah, that's the post.
I fucking love using the Ewoks because even though they're talking and you can see what they're saying, they just make noise.
Yeah, just fucking...
A wanga wanga, it's like, yes, I agree. Absolutely. And it's like, because they could make three sounds, but then the subtitles you're reading has a whole paragraph written out for them. It's like, yeah, right.
Yeah. I still remember the Jabberwocks from fucking the infected like Jabberwocks from Battlefront. You're in the middle of the
Oh,
forest and
yes.
the little fuckers are
Oh
just in
my
the
god, bro.
trees. Yeah,
Yeah, because you're playing on indoor at night, and it's basically fucking infected.
pitch black. Yeah,
You have one Ewok versus I think 12 or 13 stormtroopers, and it's literally dark. The stormtroopers have a flashlight, and you just fucking see this fucking little fucking furry panda
it's the
jump
fact
on
you
you
hear
and
it the
murder you.
entire time. You hear it the entire time. Infected didn't have
Yeah,
that. The
yeah,
Flood did,
because like
but the Infected didn't.
because what you have is the Ewoks have in like one of their like three abilities is they could like they had a call they could make, so you could hear them like doing their tribal chant, and you knew it was a player doing it, not one of the fucking like just coded into the
Yeah, it's
game.
not an AI. There is
So
intelligence behind the
there is
call.
someone in your general vicinity, and you don't know where, but they know where you are, and it's like fuck.
I think that's the scariest thing with like games like that is when you know you will get no mercy from an AI, but a player will play with you, and you're
Oh,
like,
dude,
oh fuck.
it was so fucking awesome though. I loved it so much. It was
Yeah.
terrifying, but when when you start as the Ewok, you're like, yes,
Yes, power.
I can
This is
see
legendary.
fucking perfectly fine, and they can't see dick.
Yeah, yeah,
And then when all the stormtroopers have to run for the ship, and the Ewoks know exactly where they're going, it's like fuck.
yeah.
Because the Ewoks are fucking faster too. You're like, row.
Well, the Ewoks are faster, and they also have obviously that mobility in the trees. Meanwhile, you have
Yeah,
to
they beat
make
them
your
up.
way
They can
over.
swing around and
Yeah,
shit.
and you've got to run like over and under logs. You're just like help.
You fucking clamber over under shit, and then you do all this running, and the Ewoks in front of you waiting.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
I still
It
find the
was
funny.
so much fun, dude. I
The
loved it.
the funnest experience I had was one of my mates was an Ewok, and he was just like, "I'm coming for one of you fuckers first, but neither of you will know which one I'm coming for first." And then it would just be dead silent, and then you just hear,
scream, you're like,
"Yeah,
"Action."
it's just a shit, it's me."
Yeah. I wish I had mates to play like that with, but when it came out, I was like 9, or I was 10, and I just played on my own. But it's still fun. But like,
Yeah.
if you have a full like lobby of 13 of you in a party chat, and you just have the like the excited
Well, yeah,
jiggles from
because
the fucking
obviously
stormtroopers.
in the actual thing, the stormtroopers could talk to each other, so it just genuinely would be like one of them has translated the Ewok to the Ewok's coming for a single person, and
Yeah,
it's
'cause
just
you get the jitters from the stormtroopers, and then the fucking little cackles of glee from whoever's the Ewok going on. Come
yeah.
on.
That was one of the greatest things about Friday the 13th when I was playing it with a lot of mates. Was just I said multiple times, I'm coming for one of you. None of you know who one person is, but they will know as soon as I arrive. And then it's just it's just the silence of I hope it's not fucking me.
I only wish for Friday the 13th that whoever was Jason didn't have their name tag, and the fact they were speaking in a general area pointed out to everybody.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when it popped up in the top
Say all your
right
teammates,
about
you could
yeah.
like see the gamer tag in the speaker, but if you like, you could roughly knew Jason, because you could roughly always knew Jason was beside you because they're the red arrow. But if all you heard was their voice, you're like, fuck me.
Yeah.
Instead because the mics in the game were so sensitive, like they could like hit their mic or breathe, and you go, oh, fuck, they're nearby me, because you see their mic pop up.
Yeah.
But if you had no information and all you heard was hello from the fucking darkness, you're like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
Then there's always the fucking one or two people they fucking let barter and go eye for an eye. You tell me where one
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
you get to run first.
Give away the guy's position, otherwise you're fucked.
This
And
is
it's
a
just
give and take process, my friend.
you spill
only
the beans on their location because they've been off the one on my side, or you die.
Oh, they're at Maine, are they? Thank you. I will be back.
One of the greatest things was telling Jason that, knowing full well that they were going to come back 10 seconds later going, they weren't there. And I'm like, yeah, but now I'm your problem, motherfucker. I was like, you let me go for this. You gave me a second chance. You fucked up.
You may be the power role, but I am the main character.
especially when I have more than 4 sprint.
Yeah.
Because usually I do it just to get the fear away. So I'm just like, I'll just tell them that so that I can see what I'm doing.
The fear in Friday the 13th only was matched in pissing me off by when you were mortally wounded and dead by daylight. Your fucking screen is just
it's just pitch,
red.
Yeah.
Thankfully they've changed it now so it's pitched down a bit so you can actually see. But it used to be awful. Like, you couldn't fucking see. I'm like, bro.
I wish it just had a prompt in like the top right which just said last hook. Not changing the screen. Because that is genuinely so annoying when your screen changes.
Oh no, it doesn't do that. It hasn't done for a while. So you have the like the player room thing on your left of how many hooks everyone's on.
Yeah.
And then when you're like more like so when you've been hit by Legion and Frenzy, you have like a tiny yellow bar at the bottom, and the screen goes like kind of grey, but like it's like almost like a filter on the screen, so you can still see perfectly fine. It doesn't actually impact your vision. Whereas it used to like literally make you visually impaired, like you fucking had like drunk goggles on or something. You couldn't see a fucking thing. Terrible. The fear in fucking Friday the 13th did just the fucking same, and it pissed me off just.
Yeah, fear in Friday the 13th is infinitely worse than most of the other like debilitating stuff I've seen. Fear in Friday the 13th is so annoying and debilitating because you can't see anything.
No, but that's why when I was running as Vanessa the black chick and I had my infinite stamina or whatever, I always chose to run in like an open fucking road, so there's not a possible thing I could hit when I was fucking scared to death.
One saving grace about coming back as Jarvis was he rarely got fear.
His fear was like literally close to 0, if not 0 exactly. I don't know if it can be 0, but
it definitely can be 0. My screen. So there was one specifically match I played. Oh, I forget against who, but it was against another friend group. I think there was 6 of us, and the killer had been chasing me for a solid 8 minutes, but I'd never gotten broken away from the radius of fear. So my screen genuinely was just a point, and that was it. That was all I could see, and I remember sitting there. I was in a corner of the house, and I trapped it. And I was like, as soon as you hit this trap, because I'm like, there's no way you can get around it unless he breaks the door and then morphs. But he's never going to do that. He's just going to take the hit and body block me. So I'm like, I want you to know, I physically cannot see. And I've been running you for like 3 minutes without being able to see a damn thing. Bearing in mind, the furthest the other idiots had got was, we got the propeller on the boat, and that was it.
See, I never had that issue at all, because by the time I got good enough to run Jason for the whole game,
everyone was good enough to do jobs.
After 3 to 4 minutes, max.
Well, it's not just that, everyone got good at doing their fucking jobs, like the battery would be in immediately.
Whoever was Jason would just, like, couldn't be fucked, so after like 3 minutes they'd just sack it off and not bother chasing me anymore. It's like genuinely it's just as annoying for like me as it is for them. It's like, well, so I just get to escape for free now because you can't be asked. It's like, so you've mentally given up, so now I just win. Yeah, it's like
I still remember the game.
It's me to go, oh fuck you, I'm going somewhere else. Like, great. Awesome,
I still remember the game where I ran. I don't think you were there. I think it was Kane. I ran Kane for 14 minutes.
Kane was the one person who wouldn't do the give and take, like, oh, give me a life.
Kane was also the one person that would just hit continuously, and it's the most boring way to play.
He was such a sweet little bastard. He did no fun for fucking...
The reason he got sweaty was because of me, and I fucking heavily regret it. Because he couldn't grab me. He just physically fucking couldn't.
It's like, he'll hit you once, and then it's like, well, fucking... It's just so shit.
As soon as you got hit in front of the third... like, the power balance between grabbing and getting hit was ridiculous. You had 4 hits and then you were dead, but as soon as you got hit the first time, you were de-weaponed. You just lose your weapon.
And 93% demobilized for the most.
Yeah. And you just can't run anymore. And it's just like sick.
So it's like when you're sprinting, you have the pace advantage, but when you're injured, there's none of that. You're just waiting to die unless you have a med spray. But then, you have to stand still to spray, so you just get hit again anyway. It's like, yeah, cool, man. What?
Yeah, there was a real big power imbalance between them.
But that's why most people just didn't do it.
Yeah, it was on a roll of grabs, and most groups did that of just on a roll of grab.
It's like. Yeah, the grabs can be finicky sometimes, but when you're just swinging for the fences, it's no fun for anybody.
Well, the fact is, as well, the hit regs was so shite. You could get hit from so far away, and it's just like sick.
Not only that, and it's like, well, fucking finding med sprays is a lot harder than finding 3 pocket knives.
Bro, you can find 5 guns on a map and find 3 med sprays.
Yeah, and it's like, just because you either know or assume I have at least 1 or 2 pocket knives doesn't mean you're just going to fucking take the fun out of it for everybody and just...
Well, yeah, the only character that guarantees spawn with it, unless they were using perks, which I think is what happened. Yeah, which I think is what happened near the end, where you were using walkie-talkies to spawn with walkie-talkies, spawn with maps, and then spawn with either firecrackers or pocket knives. There was not a single character that spawned with a pocket knife apart from Jarvis, and Jarvis started with med spray, pocket knife.
He started with all of it. He started with the map, a walkie-talkie, a pocket knife, and the med spray.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had the shotgun in the third slot.
Yep. The shotgun, which would probably only last 20 seconds at max until he's ran into Jason and shot him in the face.
My favourite parts of that game is whoever's Tommy or whoever has a gun accidentally or intentionally
firing it and shooting someone, yes!
It's so funny when you hear the bang and then just the cackles of laughter because someone who isn't supposed to be shot is dead.
I think one of the worst ones was when people are trying to be helpful with it and shoot Jason to make them drop the person he's grabbed, and they just shoot the person they just shoot the person that he's grabbed, and it's just like sick.
Yeah, because they're effectively body blocking for him at that point, and then the body just comes off to the floor, and you hear.
Yeah, it's usually the Jason going, "You idiot."
That's the problem with those kinds of games, is once everyone gets good at it, it's just no fun anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, unless you intentionally play, like, poorly / like, in a piss-takey way, it's just no fun for anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that's why beyond a certain point, I just stopped using Vanessa and the sweaty fucking, like, the sprint buff perk and the stamina buff perk, because it just takes the fun out of it for Jason and for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if I know going into a game, if the Jason isn't fucking pretty much like 1 or 2 people, I'm just going to escape for free.
Yeah.
Because they're going to find me at some point, chase me for maybe 3 minutes, and then go, this is pointless, I'll see you around. And then
I remember at one point where I was banned from being chased. Simply because no one had a hope in fuck. I think every single friend group I played Friday the 13th with, within 2 nights, I'd get banned from playing Jason. And then pretty soon, it became I was banned from being Jarvis. So if I became Jarvis, I just had to die and give myself up.
We never did that to you.
No, but you 100% banned me from being Jason, because I was able to... Because people would make noise, and you can kind of, like, guess where they are from where they've made noise.
Well, yeah, because you have the... Do you mean, like, them speaking, or, like, the noise bubbles?
So when you're in Jason's hut, and then it has, someone's doing a noise from a certain place, and then you can make a guess on the map on where they are.
Oh, yeah, so, like, if you're standing in your hut of spawn and you hear a noise and it's to your northwest, you go, well, fuck, I'm going that way then.
Yes, yeah. Like, I'm going to teleport that way.
If the car happens to be to the northwest, it's like, oh, fuck, I wonder where I'm going.
Yeah. But, like, that happens so many times.
That's I won't lie. I'll be so real.
But that was the thing. But I tried explaining it to multiple people, and they're just like, I don't understand what you mean. I'm like, just wait half a second in the hut, see someone do an action, and then fucking morph to that location, and you will 9 times out of 10,
So
if you've guessed
you hear
right,
it and see the noise bubble and go, okay, well,
yeah,
okay,
you
well,
see the noise bubble, and then just make a guess. Like, it's not 100%. You just make a guess on where someone is.
yeah, it's still kind of sweet. Like, like, especially when you're playing with the caliber of people that you are, it is so unnecessary.
Yeah, so within 4 seconds, usually. Genuinely, I think the fastest I've killed someone is 6 seconds because of that. Because I morphed on top of them, they then stumbled, and I grabbed them and killed them.
Yeah, well, see, I'm too nice. I would feel so bad that I'd done it off the bat. I'd just literally let them go.
Yeah, no mercy. Because when I know I'm going to get banned from playing it, when I know I'm going to get banned from playing Jason, I'm like, I'm fucking making your lives living hell until I get banned.
Very person dependent. I should add on to that statement.
Yeah, if it's someone that's been annoying you for the night, there's no fucking.
Oh no, if it's KD or a Prezzo, I don't care how bad it is. If it's Curving can sometimes piss me off, but often not. I'm alright. So depending on how he's been, I'm fucking same for BK.
Curving
like,
whenever curving.
Just because I'd find so much joy in just fucking putting the fear of God in him and just slowly hunting down for the next 5 minutes. It's like, oh, I'll let you go, but
it's when you let the worst person survive, but you found them multiple times, and you keep on giving the reminder of once you're the last one, I'm coming.
Yeah, it's like.
So they'd see 5 survivors remaining, 4 survivors remaining, 3 survivors remaining.
Like, my teammates are getting significantly smaller.
Yeah, I think one of the greatest ones I did was I told someone who I knew had a walkie-talkie. I just go to him. Hey, he's the last one. Just say Jason knows where you are, and then I killed him.
It's probably like how in some horror movies, like certain killers will leave someone to last intentionally.
Yeah.
And like they have to watch their family or their friends die around them, and their sweet dick all they can do about it.
Well, especially if there's not enough people or Jarvis isn't there to kill Jason, so there is literally nothing they can do except for live.
Killing Jason is very, very difficult.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, it's tedious. It's not inherently hard, it's just fucking tedious.
Well, yeah, you need to have Jarvis, you need to have the Tommy gun, the Tommy gun.
You need a machete, you need Tommy Jarvis,
and you need the shotgun. Yeah, you need the sweater and you need the shotgun to knock him and take off the mask. Yeah, the mask needs to be taken off as well.
You need multiple shotgun shots, not just one.
No, but I'm just saying, you need to have at least one shotgun shot to guaranteed knock him.
Yeah, you need to stun him and then... Well, no, you need to sweater to, like, immobilize him and then use the machete, but...
Yep. But yeah, that was just so tedious to try to do.
Like, we tried it on Red 1 on this first game, we fucking fucked it up, but...
Well, yeah, because the sweater only has a certain amount of charges as well.
Well, it wasn't even that, it's just because no one really had a shotgun, so we just had to fucking melee weapon it, and we eventually just all died. Because the mask just wouldn't come off. And then when it did, I think whoever was Tommy fucked it up. I think it was Jack. Or it was a Prezzo more than likely. It's like, well. You can really only do it to a new Jason or a Jason who's cooperated to see what fucking happens.
Yes.
To a Jason who's trying, it's basically impossible.
Yes. Because the fact is, and they really didn't need to do this, the fact that Mother tells you that the sweater's been got.
In the hut.
Yeah, no, it's when the sweater's been got.
Like, they tell you
they found me, Jason.
Hut.
Yes.
Yeah, they found me, yeah.
It's they found me, Jason, and then it's just
reason, aren't they?
Yeah. It's just the insta teleport.
Stumbled in there by a fucking complete accident, they're in there for one reason.
Yeah. It's just the instant, it's insta teleport. Because it gives you a teleport instantly, as soon as she says that. It gives you a teleport to stop it.
If it's not recharged, it will charge it for you instantly.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, cool, man.
So if you've done it, you have to use one of the sweater charges right there, otherwise you can't get out of the house. And it has to be...
I grab the sweater and have left or am leaving the building. Like, God
It's not just that, it's the fact it has to be a female character that does it as well.
Well, That's purely for lore accuracy reasons.
I know, but when there's like 4 female characters that spawn, it's just essentially they get killed first. Like 9 times out of 10, it'll be the female characters killed first. So then it's like, okay, cool, I can't lose. Buy that, because there's no one that can take the sweater now. It's just like sick.
Yeah. And like you can't even use a hiding. Like you can't even hide for 20 minutes once you're beyond the first few hours of gameplay.
Well, yeah, because of the bloodlust mechanic. When it's the final, because it's the final 10 minutes
you get rage, but
yeah,
it's not even that. It's like if you're in a building and Jason uses a certain ability, the whole fucking thing glows.
No,
red.
so yeah, so that's the final 10 minutes is rage, which is he can bust open any door without having to hit it.
Final 5 minutes.
And no, final 10 is rage.
No.
Or maybe even final 8.
It's final 5 because you get the mouse flip on your screen and it's when you know 5 minutes.
Alright. Well, there's... Oh, maybe final 10 is when he gets that ability to show the entire fucking house red. But there's a time...
I thought he had that from the jump.
No. So from the jump he has morph or warp.
He has the morph and the warp, the map warp from the jump.
Then
I think every 5 minute increment after
he
that,
gets a new
more.
Yes.
So at 15 he gets something, at 10 he gets something, at 5 he gets all of it. And then at 5, because he gets rage, it decreases the cooldown time as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking beyond 5 minutes is practically no
well,
cooldown at
no.
all.
So he doesn't. So he only has the map teleport at the start.
From the first, 60
yes.
seconds, yeah.
So yeah, no. For the first 2 minutes, I think it's only the map warp. And at most, you can do the map warp twice in those 2 minutes, because I think it's a 70-second cooldown.
Yeah.
Then, when that takes over, the cooldown for it goes down to, I think, 50 seconds. And he has access to morph every minute. When 15 minutes passes, morph's timer goes down to 50 seconds. 10 minutes go by, he gets bloodlust. And then that's when he sees the house in red.
And then at 5 minutes...
And then at 5 minutes, yes, is when rage activates, which is...
And it decreases the cooldown on a lot of it.
Yes. It increases it to 40 or 30 seconds from memory.
Oh, sorry, decreases it.
Yeah. Decreases it to 40 or 30 seconds. Fear is twice as fast, I think, in that 5 minute window as well.
And then he can romp through even locked doors after 5 minutes.
He literally one-shots everything.
Yeah. Which is a miracle, considering in one of the early games we played, I managed to hide from KD in a fucking cupboard in a cabin for 20 minutes.
Yes, and we were trying to message KD where you were, but he was so bad. We told him you were at the bottom right.
I will never forget this because it's even more amusing when you remember that he went in the cabin I was in.
Yes.
He destroyed everything in there but the fucking cupboard I'm sitting in going, nothing. It's like, really?
Yeah, he thought we were bullshitting him, and I remember specifically he said the line of, "Why is this house red?" I'm like, "You're an idiot." Because I'm like, he's like, "Oh, so, but I think you're in the phone house as well." So he thought it was an objective house. It was why it showed up red, and it's like, "No, you idiot! It means someone's inside. Like, fuck it, just go in, please."
Tell him that.
Oh, it was so bad. And the fact that when he was the first time he was Survivor, he killed himself on a window.
Yeah,
He went diving through the window, broke it, and killed himself. I was like, "There's no way in hell you've just done that." Because it's like, he was... The fact is, I think from memory, he died with 2 med sprays on him as well. I was just like, really, guy? Like, come on. Offside, damn. Oh, he fucking wrecked that as well, damn. But yeah, it's genuinely like you just sit there and you're just like, oh please. Like I didn't mind explaining like the stuff that I knew, but when it's like having to explain it 4 different times and then it goes through 3 different mouths, and it's just like,
Chinese
it's like
whispers
yes, it's
as well.
genuinely Chinese whispers. It's just like,
By the time it gets to the person who needs it, it's some convoluted amalgamation of what has been said.
well, no, it's not just that. It's they hear it from me, and then but the person that had just like heard it from the sidelines would tell them when they'd meet them in the match, and then it would be like, oh, so I'm doing this for this, and I'd overhear it and I'd go, no, like who did you hear that from? And then I'd just get that, oh, I've heard it from this person who heard it from you. I'm like, when, what? And then I'd go, oh, this is how I explained it, and they said, oh yeah, I'm doing that. I'm like, no, you're not.
You're just not, are you?
Like, the prime example was the throwing knives with Jason, trying to have to explain to the Jason trying to kill me how to use a throwing knife. And it was like, well, I don't have the controls right in front of me, so I can't fully help you. Because if you've got different...
It's literally as simple as hold L1 and you'll pull it out.
Yeah, it's hold L1 and release it. That is all you have to do. But if you do it too fast...
Hold L1 to pull it out and then press right trigger to release it. But
no, it's hold L1...
complex at most.
No, it's hold L1, release L1. That's it.
It's not that hard. It really isn't.
It is just that, but what they do is they'd ignore the hold part of it.
I'm tapping it, I swear, well fucking great, but that's not going to get you throwing like that.
Because I'd see them continuously doing the Hey Macarena in the corner, just flicking up the knife up and down. I'm just like, no.
Madonna Vogue fucking pulling the left
yeah,
arm up,
I'm just like, please. And then they're just like, well, it's not L1. I'm just like, I don't know your control scheme. Like, fucking, I'm just telling you, whatever button you have mapped to the bloody thing, just hold it. And then release the hold button. And that's it. And then the bright sparks go, oh, so how do you aim? I'm like, what do you mean, how do you aim?
Use the right stick, you fucking melt.
I'd literally just go to them, how did you move? Oh, this. How do you think aiming goes? Oh, it's probably this. No, really? Please, man.
You're just moving your camera the same way you were, but from an over-the-shoulder perspective. It's not that fucking hard.
And it's the fact that when people had the complaint of like, oh, I can't move us holding the throwing knife. I'm like, that'd be kind of stupid if you could move and throw the throwing knife. Like, that would be disgustingly good.
Super slow canter while you're holding the throwing knife. And it's like, when you hear shit like that, it's like, it's no wonder that some people, me and you, were better than others. Like, I wasn't the best Jason, but watching people try and run from the cunt, it's like, what are you doing? What are you trying to achieve by doing this?
Yep, and then it came down to people realised that other people were not as good at Survivor. So the priority order became kill me first, then you, and then the next person, which was either BK or KD, BK or Tex.
Yeah.
But the priority was always try to murder me first, because if you didn't murder me immediately, where I had nothing, I would make your life hell for at least a solid 3-4 minutes.
The problem they had with me when we came back after we came back and you didn't was I didn't need anything. All I needed was my fucking stamina bar and a long fucking straight line.
Mm. Yeah, but I tried specifically
I just never
using...
let them grab me. And if they did, I had a pocket knife. So they fucking spent 3 minutes trying to grab me and they're like, haha, and I say pocket knife, fuck you.
See, I nerfed myself by trying to use people that didn't have stamina.
Well, I believe, from what I recall, you used the guy who had 5s in everything.
Yes.
The most average man in the game. He was literally just average. Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah. Was literally not good or not bad in anything. He just did the things. Because I was just like, well, I'm not going to, like, essentially give myself a role, because then whichever role that I've given myself, 9 times out of 10, that will get completed. So I'm just like, I'll just do whatever pops up. If I have to run, I can run for a bit. But I'm not going to give myself a runner, because then it's just unfair. But I'm also not going to give myself a repairer, because then shit will get repaired within 30 seconds.
Yeah, but then you're relying on the teammates to do the running, which is fucking
Yes,
not.
but that's better than me doing both by being a stamina.
Yeah, well, that was my thing. Oh shit, trophy. What was I gonna say? Fucking like, I had to stop using Vanessa because it was just the same shit. Like the Jason finds me, we do some lappy doos. I chat shit because I know I'm not gonna die and it's funny, and then they get sick of me and wander off, and I go, well, that's my game. And if they accidentally teleport back to me, they go, oh, it's you. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, hey man, what's up? How you doing? Caught any body? They go, yeah. It's like, ah, good for you. And they wander off again. It's like, okay. Next
Think,
possible teleport, they're out of there.
yeah. Well, I think one of the greatest parts of that game is just generally just having a conversation with Jason, especially when you know they can't do anything to you at the start, and you're in a house. You're just like, yeah, sure, you can try to chase me around this house, but you will lose a lot of time. It's better to just find someone out in the open with like the battery. But I think one of the greatest interactions I had with someone in that group was just them going, "Do you have the battery?" "No." "Teleport."
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? You can like lock down a car, and that's it for certain people.
Mm. BK did that quite a bit with a four-seater. He just put 3 traps on the bastard.
Yeah. The number of times I got accidentally done by a fucking trap on the phone box, too many times. Because
I
some
was one
some
of
of
the
them were really fucking well hidden, some of them weren't. You're just like, well,
yes.
fucking.
The ones at the bottom of windows were so hard to see.
Oh yeah,
I
those.
remember I got done by I don't know who it was, but whoever it was such a smart Jason. They knew that there was a certain house that I liked to loop, so they put traps on 2 random windows, and they change it every time.
That
They
sounds like
wouldn't
a perfect thing to do.
and they made sure that they would run me to said house, and then once I was at that house, they obviously try to run me towards the trap. Or sometimes they wouldn't. They'd run me in the complete opposite direction of the trap. But when I clocked, that was when I clocked that they were doing it. So sometimes they just run me the complete opposite way. And I'm just like, okay, they got a trap on this window. And then I would just run into a trap I wasn't expecting. I'm like, what the hell?
You cheeky bastard.
Yeah. Eventually I got privy to it and just started avoiding that house and looping them at like 2 to 3 different houses. I made sure I didn't have a preferred house after that.
I never had a preferred house. My preferred looping method of choice was something as straight and wide open as possible.
Mm.
Because if you give me like a dirt path or a road, I'll do the whole. I will just jog in front of Jason because usually I'm faster anyway. Sprint, do the fucking bob and weave, or just straight fucking turn around.
Mm.
Because the warp teleport was very very like even like the one where they like go into like almost a flying mode was very very finicky, a very high percentage. So if you fucked it up slightly, I'm gone. And you've lost so much distance, and with my extra perks, I can regain my stamina bar, and you're back at square one, and you've lost 40 seconds.
That was the thing as
It
well.
was
When
absolutely one of the cuntiest playstyles that you could have, but fuck me, it was very
That was the
effective.
thing as well. When I played with you lot, I didn't have access to perks.
No, yeah, the final time we came back, since the game had gone off sale, they just gave everyone every perk at max level.
Mm-hmm.
So I just fucking got to pick, and I was like, oh, I'll do this.
I can only imagine how much more people would have hated that game if I had access to every perk. I wouldn't have been invited back.
Well, you didn't invite yourself back, to be fair.
Well, no, they tried to. I think BK and
I
BK
tried.
and Curvin. Yeah, BK and Curvin were the main ones. So I'm just like, no, because I know the exact way it's going to go down, which is people are going to dislike playing the game when I'm there. So I'm just gonna like essentially palm myself out because I noticed it when we were doing it late on, where people were getting more and more irritated. The prime
Yeah.
example was the BK one where I ran him for 13 minutes and he ended up
Oh, yeah, me
losing.
and you did the sound of music,
Yeah,
yeah.
we ran him for 13 minutes and then he got real annoyed. I'm just like, okay, like I'll call it there.
Well, it's because we were stuck between rock and hard place. Like, he
He's
was
good. He was
chasing
good
us, but
enough
he was
that
basically camping the boat because it was done. We just had to fucking get the propeller and then start it. But it was like, fuck.
Yeah. There were multiple times where I
he
ran
was
a killer.
chasing us, but he was just sort of keeping his one eye on the boat and one eye on us, and we. Because if there was three of us, it probably would have been a lot easier. Because there's only two, it's like, well, if one of you's not here, they're at the boat, so you teleport away, and then they're at the boat, and you chase them, and the other person tries the boat. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I
So we had
remember
no
when I
real
got
choice but
trapped
to run
in
him
the
out.
box. I remember when I got trapped in the boat.
Well, you and BK got fucking stuck.
Yeah.
It was certainly something.
But yeah, just like stuff like that, I was just like, okay, yeah, like, especially when I got told that all the perks were available, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to touch it because people are just going to not like it.
I mean, that's why after a certain point I stopped playing with that character and like those fucking basically like specific run build perks. It's because when I started doing it and doing it well, like in one of the early times, like Tim and a couple of people tried to copy me, and it's like, well, if everyone's doing it, whoever's Jace is gonna have a fucking miserable time, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I just was like, eh.
It was the fact that I could hear people getting irritated just in general over it, like when Curving, after that BK one, and Curving said, because there were two with BK. One was obviously us two, and then there was the one where
And
he
one was you
killed.
on your own, yeah.
Yes, when I was Jarvis, and fucking, it was just genuinely, it was me just on my own for 14, 15 minutes, just running him. I don't. I think it was something like 9 actually. Now that I think about it, but because I was never in the house that bloodlusted Jack, because there was no way I was going to escape in a car or anything. Because, like, that's it. Like, essentially, game over. Like, once it gets to 10 minutes and you haven't got a car, yeah, no. Because nine
Yeah,
times
if
out of
only we're
10,
getting out
it's
there
in a
with
house.
fucking police all the time.
Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, it was the police because of Jarvis.
Easy.
But yeah, like, ever since it got to that point, I was just like, okay, I'm just going to essentially, like, not sack it, but give people a thing, a reprieve.
A break from my source.
Yeah. Well, because the fact is, because I wasn't, especially with the older groups, because I wasn't allowed to be Jason, I wasn't allowed to be the fun part of the game.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I guess. Like, I understood it because genuinely, I think there was one round I did against them where it ended in 4 minutes. And that was with them getting Jarvis as well. Because the person that was Jarvis, when they got away from me, they tried looping me around the car. So at one point, when I noticed that they were trying to put the battery in, I put a bear trap near a park bench that I knew that they were going to go to. Forced them there. They hit the trap, and I was like, "Cool, game. Literally game over. You've hit the trap, and you're screwed."
I mean, beyond a certain point, right? It isn't so much how good you are; it's how shit they are.
Yeah.
Because I don't like unless you're literally a god and have thousands of hours in the game, you should not be rapping from start to finish with Tommy Jarvis in 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like beyond a certain point, that is just their lack of ability as much as it is your strength and ability in the
Yeah.
game. Like, it's just
Well, that was also me doing the thingy of like seeing the noise bubble and waiting that extra
even
10
without it, great.
seconds.
The game's 6 minutes. Fucking
Yeah.
whoopee. Like, I'm gonna change a dick, you know, or like not much anyway.
Yeah. But that was the thing, and that's like how I started getting that like moniker of being really good at a variety of games. Like BK and his mate with Trackmania against me.
Yeah.
And obviously then we had me and you with Trackmania for a bit. And then BK tried warning you against it.
You just pick up games really quickly.
Yeah,
It's annoying.
and then you glow over me the fact that I'm really bad at rhythm.
It's the only thing I have. You just can't do it, and that's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I can do it when it's arrows, but I cannot do it on a controller. For like my brain just doesn't fucking work with the controller.
When I first swapped to expert in 5 notes, the amount of fucking times I hit land 2 instead of 3 drove me nuts. Once your brain lands, it's just an autopilot thing. I don't even fucking need to look anymore.
Yeah, because you've just done it so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, mate. Thank you, Buffon.
I tried to play again this morning, but it was so cold this morning, I genuinely could not move my thumbs fast enough.
Well, yeah, that's a huge thing about warming up. Is warming up your hands.
Literally warming up, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why people do it. It's like practice and warming up the hands. It's literally specifically to warm up your hands.
I got like fucking halfway through Ride the Lightning this morning. I went no. I'm gonna have to hit the solo in a minute, and I will genuinely fucking like die if I try this.
Damn, Pereo's out of net. Fuck.
But no, you just pick up games insanely quickly.
And then I'll hit a ceiling, and then once someone gets to that ceiling, I'll start doing the thing that, like, essentially like that pace ladder thing, of just like I'll just all of a sudden hit a different peak with them, and then they'll go slightly above me, and then I'll go slightly above them, and we just continue the cycle.
Yup.
But yeah, I usually reach the competent faster. But then after that, it'd be like I've got to wait until someone also gets to that same
To push
position.
you further, yeah.
Yes. Which for a lot of games didn't happen because we didn't play it long enough.
No.
Skip it. Let me skip it. Jesus Christ. But yeah, like the prime example of that was Friday the 13th was. That was also because I'd played it previously with our group,
Well,
but
yeah,
even
and
still.
there was also your decision to stop.
Yes. But that was also to be like, so people actually have slightly fond memories of the last day, not just them running after average Andy trying to fucking catch him. But yeah, that's why quite a few of the games I bow out of playing, because I'm just like, well, I'm not going to have like a friend group to play it with. Like one of those was Trials, like OG Trials on the Xbox.
Oh yeah.
And I was fairly good at it. It wasn't like leaderboard player, but I was like, I know how to like control the bike in the air and the
Above
lights.
average.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even say above
right.
average. Like, I think generally the people I played with were horrible. But I don't think I was like. I think I was slightly below average because I was also a tiny ass little bopper. So I was like, okay, like. Okay is the best word for it. I was okay at it. But the friend group I was playing against were not.
Was shit, so it made you look like fucking Jesus in comparison.
Yeah. And then that eventually got me kicked out of that friend group.
Kicked out?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's the same thing that happened with F1. I got kicked out of multiple leagues because of it. TNR I got kicked out of.
If for every game you were better than me at, I stopped talking to you, we would have stopped talking years ago.
Mm-hmm.
On F1 2020, the day we met would have been it.
Well, Australia, we're fucking, yeah.
Yep.
Just game over.
The car park out, thanks IP Magic, you prick. Got me a 5-second penalty because I lagged a fucking a ghosted car, but it wasn't ghosted on her screen, was it?
Yeah, but quite a lot of them, mates. If that was still like the same thing, would have been game over. I would have barely had any. Especially with like OG Fortnite as well. I was fairly competent at that, even without building. One of the mates I used to play with, Harry Ryan, who did F1 Banter for a bit. But essentially, like, if he was like that, game 3, and it would have been friendship over. Game 3, game 4. Because he was so much of a better builder. He was ridiculously better at building. But I was a lot better at murking people. So
Get murked.
yeah. Well, I have quite a few like videos on it, like the OG like when I was playing with Nib and very, very young Dynamite. Also, that's another friend I haven't talked to in ages, Nib. I don't know what he does now. I do really need to get back.
Dynamite.
No, Niblet331. I think he's just doing his own thing. I've seen him a few times on Rocket League, but I'm just like, do I reapproach him? Like, because it would be nice to catch up, but it's just like, what if, like, I want to meet up and he doesn't? Because I doubt he even remembers me, if I'm honest. But yeah, it's just stuff like that where it's like I think I've made a pretty decent connection, and that just goes to shit in like 2 days. Like Mozza, Cham, and the likes was just like, oh, I was like, yeah, I'm fairly okay in a friend group, and then it was like 2 nights, 3 nights, and then a span of 2 weeks, it just fucking disintegrated. I was like,
I mean,
all right,
real life relationships work the same way.
yeah, but it's just
not
like.
really the way it happens is different, but the actual, it's like it's not actually any different in retrospect. It's a lot easier to ignore someone and like disappear online because you can just ignore them.
Oh, it wasn't ignoring. It was straight up kick out.
Yeah, but they did it that way. But like if you like you work with someone, like even if you just like want no contact with them, you still have to see them every day. But in the online sphere, you can just dissociate with someone like that.
Well, I think before BK picked me up for this friend group, fuck, I would have had barely anyone. Fuck, because she was gone by that time. Ready Up was done. I think I genuinely might have had 3 people, I think, before BK re-invited me to this. Fuck, that's been generous. I didn't have anyone I talked to daily. No one. Was there anyone I played game with? No. I genuinely think I just didn't have anyone. I think before BK like reached out.
Yeah.
Did I? No. Yeah, I had no one online because that would have been when I started TCG.
Oh,
Yeah. No. Dragon Ball.
Sorry.
Well, no. When you say TCG, you immediately think Pokemon. I don't blame you. Especially when I think like 2 years ago, I asked you if you wanted to do a Nuzlocke.
On fucking what?
Pokemon, like one of the OG, like fucking ROMs.
Oh, my brother has all of them on his fucking 3DS.
No, I like it.
Like, I know a little bit about Pokemon.
Yeah, but not enough. Yeah, same. I don't know about like any other typings. I was just like, fuck it, it's just something to do. But I genuinely, like, I would have just had fucking Gavin then. Would have just been Gavin. Would have been Gavin, Memphis, and that was it. Oh, Tarkowski. You fucker, you didn't show the tunnel because of Sherla. You bastard. But yeah, I would have only had 3. Yeah, I think 3 friends back then. 3 people I could call friends. I don't even think they could have called me friends, but that would have been 5 years ago now.
Yeah,
before
it was August 2020.
Yeah. So yeah, 5 years ago, I genuinely had 3 people that I would call fairly decent friends. I don't know if they'd call me friends because I haven't really asked them about it. But I've kind of grown apart from them because none of us play the TCG anymore. I don't. Ever since I got called a cheat in a local, and I was just like, sick, cool. Guess this is time to bow out now.
Yeah, man. Why bother?
Yeah. Well, because every single game I did got put into got pulled into question. I was like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, every fucking hand I've ever played.
Yeah. Well, one of the main ones was pre-releases, which is before the set's out officially.
Yeah.
You could essentially like open six. I think it was six packs to make a 30-card deck, and you'd work from there. And when no one knew the rules, and I'd hear it from someone else, I'd be like, okay, I'll run with that because that's a better way to do it. Is when you've heard it from someone else. And I got called for it, and the person that I'd heard it from said they'd never said it. I'm like, oh, right, this is how it's going.
Thrown under Libas.
But it was a new like thing as well. It's called a location, and if certain things happened, it would activate or deactivate. If you fulfill a certain condition, it would do something. But yeah, like after that, I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. I'm just glad before I bowed out, I took a national.
Out on a high note.
Yeah. I came third in an essay comp. No, third in the Queensland comp when I was an essay. And then for a summer event, I won out of, I think, 123 players. Spent the entire day there. Fucking drained.
Entire day.
Yeah. It's from 8 to 11.
Yuck.
But yeah, it was a long ass day, and it literally came down to essentially like 30 people crowded around this one table watching the first and second. Because throughout the day, I went seven. So the top 10 or top 14 made it through, and it was a 9-game day. And then there were quarters, semis, and finals.
Yeah.
And the people that came 1 and 2 skipped quarters and would come in on the semis.
Yeah.
And I think I came third. I lost 1 game to the person that came second. But the rest of my games, I'd won against, I think the lowest position I'd won against was 14th. So I had such a bastard of a day. Because when you win, you get put up the bracket and you can't, you either verse the person above you or the person below you. So you don't get randomly paired with like 94th. Unless you're having a really bad day and you've lost like 3 in a row and then you go against them. I think I lost my second game, went against 14th, who was, I think we were 27th and 28th at the time. No, we would have been lower than that. I think 32nd and 33rd. We went against each other there. And then I noticed in like the 8th game, he was sitting next to me. I'm like, damn, you've had a really good day after the turnaround. He went, yeah, I just versed everyone that I had a good matchup against, except for you. Because I was using a bumfuck random deck. I was just using a deck that went big number, fuck you. And I love that deck to bits. It was not meta as hell. It was bad. But by fuck did I love that deck to bits.
But I made it work.
Yeah, well, because one of the funny thing is I think I can actually show you it. When I came third, was it third? It was third or fourth. I think it was third. Or at least I was tied with second, third, and fourth, and I think I came fourth on tie breaks in the SA one. But, like, I'll see if I can find it. It was genuinely one of the guys that was looking over the tournament. He saw my deck and just went, and this. Don't ask.
And this.
Yeah.
Valid. Understandable. Have a nice day.
Because it was all like, oh, like these are like established decks. Like one of them was Soul Striker. Like when the deck has a name, it's a pretty used archetype. He literally just went and this, and then he said the character's name and just went, yeah, just look.
I couldn't explain it to you if I tried.
No. And it's genuinely so funny just to, like, look back at it. Because it is just a genuine, just the guy just sitting there going, like, I don't have a clue.
Not and Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. And one of the nice things was someone on the video, not anyone I knew as well, or not anyone that I'd like. I didn't know who it was. Here it is. It's not anyone that I really know, but essentially, someone left a comment on the video, and was and sat there and went, "Oh yeah, the guy who did that knows what the fuck he's doing." I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I just lucked into this.
Well, no, because I didn't know I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I knew what I was doing with the deck. Like, I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident at the thing. Like, I know the matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you look at it, one of the comments is by Not a Bandicoot. Yeah, I did come fourth, but I was tied for second. That's right. But the worst player I went up against, I think, came 33rd. So my matchups were deemed better. But yeah, where is it? Fucking. Yeah, here it is. If you skip to in the video, I think it's 12.
Okay, fourth player Luke makes super weird decks, but he knows his deck has one with it before.
Yeah. And then the comments like around it is just like
Yeah.
the guy says, "Huge congrats, that deck is so weird." And then yeah, he's caught people off guard. Best of 3 a year ago and top cut. An opponent didn't realize he needed 15 energy. Because that's the thing. Most decks go to like 5 or 6, and the game ends. The highest I've
Yeah.
finished with is 23.
23.
Yeah, and then the comment like after it is like he's one of the best SS4 ramp players in the world. I'd say. I'm like, damn, because I don't know who this is. I just know it's someone that knows me. Yeah, and then the one underneath it, he's a phenomenal player. He's a close friend of mine and teammate, so I think I know who that is. And we play test a lot, and he always catches you off guard with something crazy. Yeah, I genuinely just this deck is like, if you listen to the guys react, it's at 1250, like 1257 around about. But yeah, he just sits there like dumbfounded.
The weird one.
One of the cards he leaves up on the screen for people to read because no one had because we just don't use it anymore. I think it's the Beerus. But yeah,
Oob.
yeah. Then we have Oob.
Oob.
He just gets blown away from half the cards in the deck, and I'm just like, yes.
This is my master plan.
No, it's genuinely funny. Because, well, when he gets to the beer, it's just quite funny because he genuinely leaves it up on the thing because he's just like, he genuinely goes, I'm not sure many people have seen this card. But yeah, this deck is... the deck is so oppressive if it doesn't get killed really early.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this deck, it was one of the stupidest things I've ever made. Because that's what I loved about... Oh, you go.
Potion. Like
Yeah,
a shower potion of fucking card deck.
Yeah. Oh, no, the entire... So the deck is the combination between a fever dream and a shower thought. It was just, I wonder if this works. Oh, shit, it does.
Happy days.
Yeah. And it was great because it would go and get... Like, it survived, I think, 10 to 11... Like, I made that deck when that leader came out. And when the leader came out, it only had that... I don't know if you saw it. The 6-drop Vegeta. That was the only card that was made to support it. And it was bad. And essentially that, like, half the cards in that deck just don't get run by any deck at all.
Because people aren't that stupid.
Essentially. When the Soul Striker came around, so the guy that came third, when Soul Striker rolled around, that Vegeta saw a lot more play. Because it was a decent way to draw quite a few cards if you were in mono blue deck. Well, one of the main things about Vegeta is he wants mono blue, because whenever he hits the opponent, if he deals damage to them, he gets to ramp a card from the top of the deck if it's blue. So if you hit one of the quite a few black cards I had in there, I wouldn't be able to ramp. And that's like the entire point of the deck, is to hit them in the face really early to ramp. But that was like the strong point of the deck, because early on in the game, they don't want to defend. They want to build up a hand size in order to make their plays. So that deck had to essentially rely on essentially getting to mid-game and early game and getting to late game and mid-game. And if it didn't do that, it was screwed.
Basically a fucking prayer bill.
Yes. Well, half the deck revolved around essentially by turn 3 getting to at least 5 energy. And if it didn't do that, it was tough shit.
Tough titties.
Yeah. But that's why I love the deck so much, is because I genuinely... what was great about that, by the way, is USA had their nationals afterwards. And SSJ4, the deck that I play, went from not being used at all the last 2 years to seeing 2 players use it.
Started a trend.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, the guys in the UFC used it. One came 52nd, the other one came 12th. And he actually did fairly...
Someone finally got the handle of it.
Yeah, and I was just like, sick. Because one of them, because Gavin pointed it out to me, just went, oh yeah, by the way, there's a couple of SS4 Vegetas using kind of your, like, essentially skeletal structure of the deck. And I was like, no way. And they were like, yeah, there are people using ideas in their decks, and they're using SS4. I'm like, that's sick. That's actually sick. Because essentially this shower thought build that I've made, there's people in America, which is highly competitive, that are now using it. They put their own spin on it, but they're using, like, the shell of the build. And I was like, damn, that's sick.
You can kill the man, but not the idea.
Yeah. Because most of the time, people will just use, like, the main things over it. And I didn't realise at the time, because of the way Messenger works, but someone, like an actual, I didn't realize until like a month later, which was big sad, but someone sent me a message request to get a deck profile from me, and I was like, damn. I really wish I'd seen this earlier, because I'm just like, I'm sorry, I've only just seen it now, and I presume you don't want it anymore. He was just like, yeah, no, it's fine. And I was like, yeah, sorry. Like, because that's all I could do, because I just genuinely didn't see the message notification. Because you have to go a completely separate area in Messenger to fucking find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, damn.
Bastard
Like,
that.
yeah. Because I was like, damn, someone actually wanted to get my thoughts on the deck. I'm like, sick. Because in my locals, it was quite funny. They went on because I didn't like spend money to get specific cards. I just had to get lucky and get said cards. And as one of the anniversary boxes came out that had one of the really good blue staple cards. And I remember specifically, I played it the first match against Steve, who was one of the people that like spent quite a bit. He got like a couple of cases of the cards just so he could play. He was a fairly good player, Steve was, and he used non-meta as well. He used meta for like the start, but then he'd find a deck that he really liked, which was Demon King Piccolo. I think he ended up sticking with, and he was really good. He was a really good pilot with it, But I think the first time I played him, after I got my hands on an Addy box, I played said card. He went, "Oh shit, you've got access to it now. I forgot you'd have access to it." I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah. How the turns have taken.
Yeah, I remember he went, "Damn, things just got a lot more annoying." Because he's like, you now know what the cards are. Because before I just used cards that I like the look of. Like there was no synergy. It was just big card do big thing.
Yeah.
And he went, damn, you've actually got synergy now. This is an issue. I'm like, yes. And I remember it was the first time I won the locals with SS4. Was because people just forgot that I was going to have access to pretty decent cards. And yeah, they genuinely just all kind of just got their ass blown out because they were just like, damn, he's actually got it now. And I'm like, yes.
False sense of security.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I'd say I'm friends with Gavin, because whenever I'd have one of those dumb shit ideas, I'd be like, hey, do you know where I can find this card? And he'd just lend the card to me. I'm like, damn. And then we did it to each other all the time. Like, if he needed a certain card, I'd be like, yeah, sure. Unless he wants to buy it for the collection. But we ended up, like, fucking around with multiple decks. We play against each other quite a bit. He's the reason why I got really good as well. Like, we both... I was playing before him... Because that's a person I met on Discord. And then we met in real life over the TCG.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, like, we were just fucking around with decks. And then eventually we met Memphis through it as well. And Memphis was a good guy. I like playing with Memphis. But yeah, like, we just all fuck around and we'd have certain characters that we love to play. Gavin loved to play Bardock. Memphis loved to play Android 21. Whenever she was meta, he used her. And she was meta for quite a bit. She had a specific deck that just went around terrorizing. Specifically, annoyingly, my deck. So what ended up happening was, because blue wasn't like... there was a blue-green deck running around. And they released a master deck for Android 21 to deal with that. But the way they did it was any card your opponent had, so if she went against a blue deck, she could use blue cards as blue energy for herself if they were a battle card. And because and it ignored every single status on them unless they were already tapped. So essentially what ended up happening was I built this huge board with barrier, which means it can't be interacted with unless it specifically ignores barrier, which not a lot of stuff did. And Android 21 could just go, yeah, cool, but I'm using it for energy. And it got around barrier. So I'd make this huge ass board and she'd just use it for energy. And I'm like, God damn it. Because,
Thank you very much. Come again.
yeah, and it was built to encounter this one deck. Then that deck fell out of style because of the ban list, but 21 stayed around. And I remember sitting there going, well, I'm mono blue for God's sake. So every single time I play something, she's just getting energy for free. God damn it.
I'm being used. This is
Yeah. And the fact is, the deck had to live through two versions. Deck lived through two versions of that. And obviously that, like, the blue-green deck before that, the deck came out to counter. I had to live through all of those variations of just better blue decks. And I was just like, really? Like, big sad. And
sad.
yeah, and I was just like, I'm just having to sit here and essentially just, like, take it. Because there's nothing I can do about it. Because I can't change the deck to be a different colour. Because guess what? That doesn't work. Because then my leader does nothing. Because I will constantly hit stuff that's not blue. So I was just like, oh, I'm just...
And scam.
Yeah. But what was quite funny is I ended up playing the deck a certain way. And it ended up giving it, I think, overall an 84% win rate against Android 21. Was simply because simply because of the way I played the deck. And then one of my mates asked to play my deck and I'd play theirs. I had a 100% win rate against my deck piloting 21.
Against your deck?
Yeah.
So you cleaned it?
Yeah. And they went, how the hell are you beating me? Because they're decent players as well. They're like, how the hell are you winning so consistently? Yeah, whenever I try to do the stuff you do, I just can't. I'm like, you've got to remember, I've been playing this deck for close to 3 years. Like, I know the best way to pilot this motherfucker. No one else does. I know.
Why I fly this fucking bird.
Yeah. Because I'd make changes to the deck and they'd be like, why? I'm just like, just trust. And then it would work. And I'm like, trust.
Trust the process.
Yeah. And there was one deck that came out that used like one cost red cards, but it would reduce them in hand. But they'd come out tapped. And my brain decided, how about I do that with actual one cost cards? And essentially made this fucking Omega beatdown deck that by like turn 3 could have 8 attacks. And I was just like, hammer it in the face. Go.
Oh yeah, no worries.
And one of the greatest compliments slash like backhanded compliments I ever got was the guy went up against the deck, and because you only see the leader at the start, you don't know what they're like piloting fully. You just know the leader. He's like, "Oh, you don't have a hope in hell." And then by turn 4, he'd lost, and he went, "Well, if you're playing it traditional, I would have won." I'm like, "Sick." Like, cool.
Unfortunately for you, that's not how it's worked.
Yeah, unfortunately for you, there is no tradition.
If I played better than you, I would have won.
No, it wasn't that. The deck he was playing, if I was playing the traditional version of the deck, like the way the deck was meant to be played, or like a variation of the way the deck was meant to be played, the deck he played had, I think, 87% to win.
So basically, if you played in the basic bitch expected way, he'd win.
Yes.
Wow. And
essentially, that deck that I used, because I used SS4 the day prior, and SS4 went bad. It came like 36th out of 70. I was just having a bad day, and then I switched to that SS4, the red deck, and I came 8th, just using a dumb fuck way of playing that deck. And everyone I went up against said, "So you're using that package? Why?" I'm just like, "Because no one expects it at all." I said to them, "If you expected me to play this package, you would have played entirely differently." And they were like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, sick." Because you exactly. Because you mulligan to prepare for the matchup ahead, and then when that matchup doesn't happen, you're like, "Shit."
If it went for those middling kids.
Yeah, they just sit there and it's like, damn, it wasn't what I was expecting, and now more than likely I've lost because I've mulliganed for a long game and it's going to be a really short one. But no, like, fucking... I did love playing the game, but especially now I've been out of it for like it's going to be longer, 4 years. I'm going to be so far behind on cards. I don't know what's banned and what's not. Like, ugh.
So far behind something funny.
I think I'm like 9 sets behind, or 10. But no, yeah, I love the game to death. I'm just glad I took a national before, because I was the first person in our store to do it. And Steve had done quite a few, but he got close. Steve, literally the tournament before, got second. And he ended up losing to, funnily enough, the deck that I won against. But it was piloted by a different person. And essentially, that guy then came in 2 days later to our locals, playing the deck he would have played if he didn't go for the meta. And that deck stomped me. And I mean stomped me. Didn't have a hope in hell. And he was like, damn, I should have played that. And I was like, well, how would your other games have gone? Because, yeah, sure, you would have beat me, but I'm not all 10 of your games, lad. I was one of them.
You don't play the minority, you gotta play the numbers.
Yeah.
Because it was 1 in 10, then 9 out of 10,
yeah.
but win the fucking one you lost yesterday.
Because it was best 2 out of 3, so at the very minimum, he would have had to play 20 games. Yeah. And at the very maximum, it's 30. And then the last 1v1 was best of 5. And the way it went, and oh my god, it was such a fucking weight on my shoulder. I won the first one. He then won the next 2, and then I won 2 on the spin to fucking get it back. And I was like, yeah, well, not even reverse sweep, because I won the first one, and then he was threatening to reverse sweep me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it was just such a nightmare. Because the deck he was playing was the deck to beat. It was a yellow deck. It was so fucking annoying. And the deck's entire thing was, it does stuff, waits until your turn to do more stuff to fuck with your entire turn. And I had to play against that deck pre-nerf, because after that national, the deck got nerfed to the ground.
Of course it did.
And I was like, fuck. Because I had to play against a 4 of a card called Cold Bloodlust, which essentially, when it came out, it was an extra card that essentially read, the card that your opponent is currently playing comes in with all of its skills negated, and it doesn't get those skills back. Yes, and it ignored barrier. So it was one of the most It ignored barrier, and it ignored counterplay. Deflect, which was ignore counterplay. It ignored all of that, got rid of all the skills. So if I had draw on entry, it wouldn't get draw on entry. If I had any way of dealing additional damage, it wouldn't do that. And it was a disgusting card. Every single yellow deck used it as a 4 of. It was that good. And I remember specifically, one of the ways I won was constantly calling out what he was going to do.
Just fucking mind game the fuck out.
Well, no, because it was so telegraphed. I knew exactly what was going to happen, and there was nothing I could do about it.
Mm.
But the way I'd do it is I'd play the game as normal, but I'd tell him what he was going to do. And the best way that works is, if I knew what he was going to do, why would I do said thing unless I had a way of dealing with it? Which, of course, I didn't, because there was no way to deal with it. So he'd just sit there, essentially mind gaming himself, going, damn, he must have something better, and he's hoping that I'd use it on that, which I didn't.
Yeah.
Like, if he hit that thing, I was already planning on that thing to get hit, and I'd made plans around it. And if he didn't hit that thing, fucking great. Like, that thing's now on the board, now an issue for him.
No worries.
And I remember he tried to call the ref on me, and I was just like, there's nothing against me talking. Yeah, there's nothing against me talking, lad. Because I'm talking about...
to believe that he's...
Well, it's not just that. I'm talking hyperboles here. You could not have this card, but the fact that you've called the ref means for sure you have that card.
I didn't know, but now I fucking absolutely am certain that you do.
Yeah. Damn, that's a hell of a free kick from Zico. But yeah, it was like, and that was the way I played it, was just essentially being an annoyance and get the micro tells. And the way I ended up winning it, like as you saw from that comment about the thing, was the way I'd won the first game was by using that 15 energy card.
Yeah.
To bottom deck 3 of his life. And in the final game, I played it a turn early, and he scooped. Essentially scooped. Like, he played out of his mind to try to get rid of that card, or do anything against that card, and I just did a completely different thing on that same turn, and killed him normally. And then he... Yeah. And then afterwards, he was just like, why didn't you use the ability? I'm like, turn early. I didn't have 15, I had 14. Because I made sure to count in front of him. Every turn, count the energy. As in, like, this is your clock, motherfucker. Do something.
1, 2...
No, because I'd be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 14. Like, every turn, saying the number of energy out loud. And essentially, yeah, he got into his own head of like, oh shit, I'm on this clock, he has this card, and used the card to look at my hand and put it into the graveyard. And that card wasn't in my hand, and he was like, he just sat there because he was expecting to see that card and be like, game over, and it wasn't there, and he was like, I could tell he was just like, why the fuck was he counting?
Mind games, motherfucker, mind games.
Yeah, because it's not, I have the card in hand, it's just when I draw this card, I know how much energy I have. Because that was essentially the way I was going to win against the deck. Because you couldn't attack against the deck he was playing. Because the way that deck worked was, it would have a card that whenever you attacked, the first attack, they'd essentially counter it. So you wouldn't get the attack. And every attack afterwards, I had to tap an additional thing in order to attack. Because whenever you attack, you have to tap the attacking card. So whenever I attacked after that first attack, I'd have to tap another card, which would be either 1 less energy or 1 less attack for the turn. And they had a way of cycling that, which means they had technically more than 4 than that.
Right.
And essentially, the best way to get around that is shoot them over the head, essentially. Like, don't have to attack, you will die without me attacking. Because one of the best decks against it was a burn deck that could essentially deal 3 damage in a turn. Thanks, Buffon. That was a great save.
Have them kill themselves?
No, essentially...
Not literally.
Yeah. Like... Essentially, they haven't killed me in this clock, therefore it's game over. Like, they've lost because they haven't killed me fast enough.
Yeah.
And because of that, and this is why I absolutely loved that 15-drop card. Used it in every single deck available to use it in. I love that card specifically because the life total you want to be at is 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. 4 because you can awaken, but 5 so then you have essentially you can you can damage yourself and then self-awaken.
Yeah.
So he'd stay at 4. Well, he could awaken at 6 because that deck could just do that, because why the fuck not? But I'd usually try to take him to 4 as soon as possible, because eventually one of my leader attacks is going to get through.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. So he's going to defend until 4, because that's when his super combos are active. And there's no point in knowing. Super combos is essentially a card, a very good combo card that allowed you to draw when you comboed.
Oh.
It was essentially a card that replaced itself. And allowed you to essentially sort out your hand at the same time. And it was a extremely good card, but you could only run 4 of them in a deck. And 4 of the tag super combo, I should say. Because there were multiple super combo cards, but you can only run 4 of them per deck. But essentially, yeah, like, he get himself down to 4, and I'm just like, alright, this is now Stallermania, motherfucker.
Stolen
And one of the games was essentially, I think, 5 turns in a row. All of the attacks both of us did got negated. Yes. That is as stupid as it sounds. And essentially, I was sitting there, that's when I started counting my energy. Because I was like, hopefully this makes him feel like he has to get hit in order to find like an answer for it. And it worked, because he got hit trying to find an answer for it. And I gave the card from my hand a thing called Double Strike, which meant it did 2 damage instead of 1.
Yeah.
And he'd been saving all of his counterplays. So half his hand were counterplays or counterattacks that he was just waiting for a better opportunity to use. And he ended up losing because I comboed to 144, and he could only get to 120, and he ended up losing because of that. Because he'd just been too patient and got 2 in the 1 track of I'm going to win this way. That he was like, okay, I can let this hit go through. I go down to 1. Meanwhile, he lost because I was actually planning on hitting him for 2, not 1.
Unlucky.
And genuinely, it was quite cool. The guy that was the judge was one of the first people I went up against in a tournament. His name was Braden, and he played a deck that, not hard counted mine, but he was a really good pilot of a deck that essentially made all of his creatures blockers, which meant at any point during an attack, he could choose whether or not that attack went against that card or against his leader, or against the place that I chose to attack, which is a really good ability. And he was the judge, and I remember he gave me a congratulations afterwards, saying, obviously because he'd seen the start of it all.
Yeah.
At the start of like essentially my my tournament life, and he was just like, the fact that you've won one now is mental. And then he dropped the shell of like, oh yeah, Steve hasn't even done it yet. And I was like, shit.
Damn.
Yeah, well, because that was the thing. Like, I knew so many people in that shop, and I was like, these players are really good. Like, I know a lot of them are really good. Like, they can give a run for the money no matter what deck they use, even if they're running like stupid meme. Like, I knew they were good players, and then just getting that confirmation of like I was the first person to win a national in that shop, I was like, shit, like that's fucking cool. And then now fucking doing all this shit with like fucking the league race and kind of just having like that research of like just going against people I know are so much faster.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, I might do something first against them, but I know they're better.
I mean, you've had such a ceiling though. Like, you're racing with the best in Australia at this point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact that I've actually gone against 2 of the main 3 now. I've gone up against Barbara. I've gone against Simmons. I've gone up against Oh my god, brain kicking. Gone up against Andrew and I've gone up against Bishop. I've been against the
In
top four.
GTR.
Yes, and GTR. Fucking hell, yeah. Man, you hit. Fucking right.
These are...
Been against 5 of the 12 in top split. Grabbed a win from Simmons. Beat Bishop. Well, Bishop was a lot faster than me. Well, Andrew is fucking 95% to 5. I beat him in one fucking Mazda race.
For Andrew.
Yeah. Lost him in all GT3s, I think. Been faster than him on a few time trials, which is funny. Obviously, Lane's up there now with one of the fastest people in Oz. Tamus is batting around with it. Especially for sport, like for sport, Tamus was a demon.
Yeah, he was.
Been up against Finchy. I don't think I've been up against Faust. God, who else? Been up against, yeah, GTR. God, who was Rue's top split?
Snicker.
Ranger. I've been up against and beat in the McLarens. God, who was the other one? It's the guy that came third. Why can't I remember his name? That's real bad. I've been up against Nico, actually, now I think about it. I've been up against Nico, who's quick little shit. Nico is an extremely good driver. He's just, for some reason, he just has slumps. And they do really bad whenever he does have said slumps. Oh, that's a fucking red. God, who was it? Ranger and someone else. Who the fuck was the other one? Muffin? Muffin has been there. God, why can't I remember this?
The game was fucking me over. God damn it.
What?
The thing I was looking for wasn't even within the search grid the game gave me on the map. Running around fucking 10 minutes looking for something that's not where the game tells me it is.
Maybe it's invisible from that area, kind of thing. Not like.
No, it's not visible. It was like 10, 15 meters outside it, but it was outside it. And it's like, fucking why?
Oh, well,
Why must
sucks.
you do this to me?
Come on, get that second yellow. Or just get skinned to the ever-living fuck. All right. But yeah, I enjoyed those times. They were pretty nice.
But
And then obviously, yeah, it was obviously very late on that I got fucking recognised for that stuff. Like, yeah, that was top 16 in Oceania. And I was 4th. And I was like, yes.
yeah, but it's not podium now, is it?
No, tied for second, but of course didn't get second because my run was deemed easier. My percentage was deemed easier. Big sad.
You were handicapped yourself with the fucking deck you were using.
Well, no, because I loved that deck. That deck was my baby. So of course I wasn't going to use anything else.
It wasn't meta, sorry.
No, God, no.
No, bruv, you're not going outside. It's fucking freezing. You can suck it up.
Yeah, the deck wasn't meta, but like I could make the deck meta. It's just it never would be mainstream because of the way you had to run it. Fuck.
Fucking means you're annoying, aren't you, little shit?
Cat.
Yeah, he's just fucking prefer him when he's asleep. Oh, he wants food. Okay. BRB.
Alright. Bollocks. And the reasons without no worthless empty searching hatred. Right now you're fucking wearing me out. Fuck! Let it go. Striking me down. You're the fake finding force in nature signal. I don't need a gun to take back what's mine. Damn. Whoops. Fuck that one up a tree. Where are you going, Marquinhos? That's the second yellow. No, not who I passed it to. Fuck, that was meant to be Fedora. Oh, who phone? What are you doing? Oh, it's the 45th. That's why. Get on your bike. Double 45th minute? Damn it. 45th minute. Shells. You'll be ancient history, but who am I right now? Fuck. Get the shot off Seaver hole. Damn, read that like a fucking book as well. Get on your bike. Really stick out a foot. There we go. No, shoot, you idiot. Oh, my life. And that header, never mind. He's got area plus, doesn't he? Fuck me. Trying to get a certain person.
Turns out his fucking food bowl was empty, so he actually had valid reasoning this time. This time.
Yeah, keyword.
In this very specific instance. It was valid.
I don't even know if I'm going up against team of the season for Rice. Probably not. Yeet.
If I could go on at this rate, I could have this platinum done in the next couple of days.
Things you love to hear. This could be a few days.
Well, I don't like. That's not me playing all day. Like,
Yeah, I know.
I mean, there's really no rush because Red One will never finish it.
No, I hope and fuck. Don't know why he challenged you to it.
I'm more stubborn than he realizes. I will finish it out of nothing but sheer spite.
Well, I mean, the prime example of that was Remnant the first time. We finished that fucker out of pure spite and obligation too, because we got every single time we beat a new boss, the obligation became worse.
I
Because
was not wasting days staying up until God knows when I had school the next morning. Not a
to not
fucking
finish
tite was
it,
I
yeah.
wasting. Thankfully, when we did finish it, we finished it like one afternoon. So I came home from school, and we finished it, and it's like, oh, that's nice.
We also finished it fairly
So-
fucking quickly. Like,
Well,
compared to
well,
some of the fucking run-throughs I've seen, we finished that fucker fast.
Well, I wouldn't have finished it on my own.
No, you wouldn't have. Not hoping fuck. You would have. The Scourge would have got you. The one in the cave.
Fucking stupid little cunt in the cave. I could
Yeah.
not do it. So it's
Yeah.
like, I may have finished it. It would have taken me fucking forever.
Yeah.
I would have been there for months. Fucking.
Yeah, because
Like,
it would have been daily
that's probably an
attempts.
underestimate.
Yeah.
I would have been there fucking forever.
Yeah.
Not even funny.
Well, we had the 4 days against the fucking nightmare like door boss, and we were like, yeah, no, we'd call it. We've already beat it once.
Oh, there wasn't even 4 days. There was a couple. I think it was 2 days of attempts, and we were just like,
Yeah, we'd already beaten it, and then we learned that it scaled the health with how many players, and essentially most of the time, one of us would go down within like a minute, and we were like, damn, we just can't, because then we're essentially having to double the health, double the damage, which was the other thing. Double the health, double the damage, and obviously Nightmare, which meant it already had like 50% more. So essentially we were versing
we were on
three.
max difficulty.
Yeah.
It's like, rah.
We were versing 300 HP more than we'd done previously. 300 HP percentage more, 3 times as much health, double the damage. It's just like, ugh. That fight was a solid like 15 minutes too. If we both stayed up, that fight was a solid 15 minutes. It was actually disgusting.
It was Nightmare Fuel. Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah. It was disgusting. I think I could genuinely beat every other boss given time, except for that one. On Nightmare.
It was fucking the 2 moths. Just couldn't
Yes.
do it.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It was because it was on a bridge that you could fall off as well.
Yeah, so it wasn't even just them you fucking died to.
There were no additionals. There were the little spirit things that would one-shot you, that you had to shoot. But as soon as you took your eye off the damn boss, you get your head taken off.
Like, I think it's nigh on impossible.
Yeah, without the DLC stuff.
Like, you need to be either over-leveled to high fuckery, have all the dragon hearts known to man.
Yeah,
Or
which
fucking-
bearing in mind, to get the max, you'd have to do 3 playthroughs. You'd have to do a playthrough in your world, a playthrough in a friend's world, and then an additional playthrough, whilst knowing all the secret spawns for them.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like... and then you'd have to, like, know the patterns to a T to fucking time it all right, and it's like... It's literally months of work to beat the fucking one boss. And you beat that, and it's like, oh fuck, there's another one. It's like, shit.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it at that point. Oh my god, this... What stupid game design? What the fuck is that about? So, because I was using Anakin and the Stormtrooper, I'm trying to protect these fucking people from the First Order for a quest, and they're shooting at me. I'm trying to protect them, and they're actively shooting at me. But then when I swap away from Anakin, he just fucking starts cleaving with his lightsaber and kills him, so I failed the mission. So I had to swap to 2, like, good guy hero characters so they wouldn't fucking team kill me. Because there's fucking Anakin and this one, and I swapped to fucking Boba Fett. I was like, oh, what's the problem? And it's like, no, you have to be like a definitive good guy character, otherwise they'll just fucking shoot at you. It's like, great. Fantastic. There's like it's been over 40 hours of gameplay at this point. First time it's happened. It's like, alright, whatever.
That's funny.
It's stupid.
Yes, it is stupid, but it's only stupid for you. It's hilarious for me.
Fucking tedious.
So what are you, like, Padawan and fucking... No, not Padawan. Fucking idiot, that's what they call an apprentice fucking...
Jedi.
Yeah. Padme, that's who the fuck it is.
No, I'm using fucking how do I say it? I'm using Nien Nub and Captain Typho. But...
Typho.
Yes, Typho.
God, take 8 years to fucking sort yourself out then, Renaldo.
Hello?
What?
Is the fucker bugged out or something? I've done the thing, there's no more stormtroopers after me or nothing. But I've not received a prompt to like talk to the fucker I was talking to before or what, I don't know.
Seiko! Jesus Christ, Seiko's so good at free kicks!
So it turns out I had to put on, it was like soft lock, so I had to put on a stormtrooper disguise. So my two allies started shooting at me again, pricks. Then it ended the mission properly. Well, now the mission's over, I can just fucking kill them with no remorse. Adios, fuckers. Have that. Send that to your fucking friends.
God,
Wait,
Seiko.
No. I will kill you all day. Don't give a fuck.
Don't go anywhere.
So I swapped to red C3PO. There we go. Fine. Just so I can quickly buy this character and then move on to the next one. Doing it by character class and individual character is a lot more fucking
Linear.
tidy in terms of knowing where I'm at.
Yeah, linear.
Because when I'm just clearing it by planet, I have no idea where I'm at in terms of overall, but I'm like going through character class one by one and fucking... Like I've got all the fucking bounty hunters, I've got all the fucking, they call them scoundrels, but like the fucking Han Solo type people, you know. I've got all the Jedi. Got fucking all the Sith. Got all the fucking protocol droids. That was a cunt to do, so I had to fucking talk to Jawas for 40 minutes. It was fucking exhilarating. It's me, Jawa Binks. Kill yourself.
Oh, have you seen they've made Sith Jar Jar Binks a thing in Fortnite?
Yes. Oh, in Fortnite? No.
Yeah.
I knew they made him a thing in the series, like the Lego Alternate Universe series, where he is the genuine villain of the fucking short series, as Darth Jar Jar himself. That was quite funny. It's like this fucking Lego kid picks up a mystical cube and then suddenly fucking like Darth Vader's like, his suit's all white and he's good, and then fucking the main villain's Darth Jar Jar.
They 100% made that because of the meme.
Oh yeah, the stupid fucking 45-minute theory videos about how Jar Jar's the real Sith Lord, you know.
Well, not just that, it's just everyone just disliked Jar Jar so much that like he must be a villain because it is a unanimous dislike.
Well, but it's not, it's how he inadvertently, in brackets, helps Palpatine get exactly what he needed to have ultimate power. People put genuine, like, time into theorizing that he is the ultimate Sith Lord. It's AIDS, honestly. Fucking ridiculous. It's gonna be... Okay. But
I should probably just take fucking part shots, actually, now I think about it. A lot of these guys actually know how to shoot. Eat. off the post. Fucking get it off, Salah. He's having a fucking real life issue, just not shooting.
Just do it.
I know you can take on 8 people in the Prem, but just fucking shoot.
Oh, these missions drive me nuts, man. These fucking R2D2 looking motherfuckers come round and go, can you deliver this mission to this cunt? And I wander around, find the person, and go here. And then I wander back.
Shoot first.
Sick, man.
Rip.
At least the guy I'm looking for is holding a fucking broom, so he stands out from the rest of his fucking alien cohorts because I'm on Camino right now. If he wasn't holding a broom, I'd be fucked because they all look the fucking same. Okay, at least when you're on Naboo, it's a multi-fucking racial bunch, you know? But on Camino, nah. Not and singular, hope and fuck. Is this my man?
Run through, Dory.
No, fuck it's not my man. Turns out there's more than one holding a broom. Bastard set me up. Oh, there's my man. I found him. Clutch. Clutch gameplay. Oh, I've got fucking Dust Dance Revolution machines. Kill me. Let's go. Oh, that's how I get this, okay.
Stick a fucking foot out.
Stick a foot out for the lads. Stick a foot
Damn, I just got
out
skinned.
for the-
Oh, Marquinhos, you fucking G. Oh, no, you do not have wit. Fucking post. Cyril Roberto Carlos to be a fucking postman in his new life. Jesus Christ. That wasn't even Roberto Carlos, that was Salah. Never mind. Sorry, Carlos. Just realised Carlos was the one that whipped it in. Oh, midget. Get up there.
What are you supposed to do?
Excuse you, game. Thank you, Carlos. You've actually been a disgustingly good right back, left back, Carlos. I ain't gonna hold you.
I guess I have
I really wish it showed the average stats after you put a playstyle on the character.
Yeah.
Because I know now Dore has like close to 99 shooting, but whenever I see his card and it says 94, I'm just like, I was like, I know most of these stats are like 98, 99, but it don't show. Also, for the first time, I think ever since me and him have shared codes, me and Ryan were on at the same time in Pokemon Go. I genuinely think that's the first time since we shared codes with each other last year.
Oh, my brother, Ryan.
Yeah.
Right. Is he on now?
No, it was like 3-4 days ago. I saw him get on, and then I was like, I'm going to test some stuff. I was tempted to shoot a Discord message saying, don't worry, I'm just testing some random shit. But I was like, he probably does.
God, fucking using his first name threw me off so much. I was like, do we know a mutual Ryan? I was very confused for half a second.
Well, I'm not going to call him fucking Glade. I was going
spoken to him forever, so I just haven't heard you say it. So I just wasn't prepared for the.
Yeah.
My part of my brain was in this first. I wasn't fucking thinking about the guy. He's definitely still like that.
Yeah.
I can see him on Discord. He's fucking playing Poke Clicker.
Poke clicker.
It's a cookie clicker. He's going literally. He's been playing since the start of the. He's going through gen by gen, getting every single Pokemon in the game.
That's pretty
All
cool.
of them.
Yeah, that's still pretty cool.
Well, he's not actually doing anything. It's fucking automated. He just fucking waits for the. Just takes him forever. God damn, man! What are these? They're all the same. Fuck. At least with the fucking Java ones, they're different droids. I'm just wandering around finding a person who's fucking handing a piece of paper like the Chinese fucking whispers. Hey, this person wants you to do this. This droid, sorry. Mabby.
How dare you misgender it? Misgender? Fucking roll it.
Droids have genders.
Well, some of them don't.
No. There was more a minority that do, like, have specified.
Well, yeah, C3PO and C3PO is one. Or that specific line. But R2D2 doesn't, does he?
I mean,
Oh, actually, no, does he? I think there is
it's
one,
kind of
actually.
self-implied, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I know it's a droid, but they always go he when they call it R2D2, you know?
Mm.
And then they can also, like, determine it by if they have the voice actor have a male or female voice. It's kind of sort of what sets it. Can I shoot this down? Oh. I need Boba Fett. Animation is that?
God, I could make the air disgusting. But I've already got a free kick taker. Actually, how much shot power do you have? I'm actually going to check.
Where am I even putting this?
Does he get shot power from this? I think so, because I saw shooting go up. He only has 91 shot power. Ew. God, that jealousy of balance is tragic. Oh, actually, I can give it to TAA, that's right. Does he really get... No, he gets passing and shooting, and three physical, actually. So what does he go to? Yeah, 99 shot power, 99 free kick accuracy, 99 curve. Jesus.
I need 3 of those. You fucked.
He only has full spec, though. Ow.
I ain't doing all of that.
Gets wide off, holding, and deep. So he gets basically every single CEM roll. Jesus.
I'll unlock all these astromechs and then we can play some Rush.
Sure. I think I'm about to make a 4-star, 5-star Trent with 99 shot power, 99 free kick accuracy, and 99 curve. But
Fuck off, Big K got Clinton in a silver preview pack.
really,
Yeah.
let us have a talk. It just shows how shit your performance is as well.
Well, no, they're all very low rated. Well, not all of them. It's like a fucking. You know, you can get Miles Lewis Skelly's 94 on a bronze pack.
Yeah. Well, because he's, what is it, 66 rated, I think it is his normal card.
His bronze card's 54 rated.
Yeah.
And because, yeah, it's stupid, and for most cards it doesn't work like this, but for whatever reason, certain special cards, certain players, just fucking... I mean, I don't know how they used to fucking have icons in silver packs. That makes literally no fucking sense.
Yeah, last year.
Like, having a player who was silver appear in a silver pack is weird, but it makes sense because their best card's silver, right? But why the fuck was there ever an icon in a silver pack?
Probably where the placeholder was.
Oh,
And they just never changed it, so they were just like shit.
it's a fucking big stretch. Shit, how do I get back up? That's all the way over there, fuck me. Where's this, my bro? Well, that's down there by happy accident, I did not.
Oh god,
Gonna bubble over that way, he reckons.
bubble.
Bobolo. I set the line. Bounty hunter, jetpack mechanic. Shut the fuck up, mechanic. Hello. You fucking awesome, Boba Fett. I'll rob you in a Sarlacc pit for your troubles, you skank. You're telling me I was 10 yards away from him when I fell to the fucking bottom of the stupid fucking Gungan city? Retarded, honestly. There's certain planets I fucking avoid like a plague.
Yeah, but you gotta do them
Exegol is
all
one of them
eventually.
because it's so fucking dark. I can't see a thing in there, bruv.
So the Storm Planet.
It's the one fucking where Palpatine returned in the final movie,
Oh, right.
where he fucking resides from.
The
It
literal
is so
dark side.
dark in the bottom down there, I couldn't fucking see a thing. AIDS. Fucking
Yeah,
legally
fuck it,
blind
let's
as
wrap
it
it.
is.
Torre. Ah, that's not how you say his name, but fuck it. That's the way I'm saying his name.
Who?
Damn, Dore, the fucking left mid that I'm playing Cam.
Oh, the PSG one.
Yeah.
I think it's Dewey, but you're not
Dore.
far enough.
Hmm.
Because there's no
He,
R, is there?
no.
Yeah.
He absolutely wrapped that fucker. It could also just be Do.
I mean, possibly, but he's French, so you fucking never know, really, do you?
Nope.
I found my bro. He's literally in the fucking bottom of the Gungan City, tucked away in a corner. What a hoe. Don't fall off, mate. I need you on the button. You fucking better.
No controller, but doing my thing.
You stand
Yeah,
there,
he was there.
Anakin. Don't you fucking walk away from me.
Action. I will never fall off. I
Yes.
just fall
I
back.
got the Kyber brick. How many more to go before I get that fucking trophy? Let's count once it tells me my
66.
It's more than that. A lot more
Oh
than that.
no.
378 left. Let's
Oh,
go.
Jesus.
For context, I'm on 622.
Oh, yeah, that's like over 1,000, yeah. It's 1,100 now.
It's 1200 total, but you only need 1000 for the trophy.
Oh, right.
However, you need more than that to get all the character upgrades, which you also need for a different trophy, so you may as well need almost all 1200 anyway.
Yeah. Oh, as if really
So,
saved that. Let's save.
so I'm just over halfway to the total. Once I finished all the characters and the ships, having to wander around the galaxy and specifically go and find those is going to make me want to commit fucking die. Because I just get them for doing shit at the moment. Once I have to actually actively go out of my way to find them, I'm gonna. Oh. Okay, I stop and grab some wherever I'm going, just as is. It's like I'll see when I grab it. But if once I actively have to just spend all my time going out and trying to find them, long day.
Here's audio.
Why is he around the fucking other side of the 90-foot high rock face? I have to waddle my way all the way around. Why does the game fucking stutter every now and then?
Oh, what a save from Willie. That's really annoying.
I don't know where that data card is. I have to find it. It's fucking up there, but I don't get it. No, fucking not gonna worry about it. I'll spend half an hour doing that and fucking kill more of my time. I'm not doing it.
Oh, in the trenches, Lala.
Speaking of Sarlacc pit, I almost just walked straight into it, unknown. That was close. Oops. Instead of talking to the jailer, I force pushed his entire family into the next fucking realm. Sorry about that. My bad.
Oh, that was nearly fucking really well played.
You're joking. You need me to feed the Sarlacc so it can spit your droid back up. Yeah, alright.
Safe.
Fuck me. I have to go find shipwreckage shit so I can lob it into the Sarlacc so it finds it yucky and spits it back out, including the fucking droid. Just giving you... You're a Jawa, just fucking nicking you droids from somebody. It's not that deep, honestly. There's more droids in the sea, you feel me? I have to walk so fucking far, this is AIDS.
How many escort missions have you gone through, do you think? Yeah, there you go.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, escort missions are 100% the worst fucking missions in any game.
I lost count so many hours ago. And the worst part is on some of them, like especially the flying ones, I can fly a lot faster than they fly. I have to dick around at their fucking inhumane pace while we fly somewhere. I defend them from things. Fucking drives me nuts, mate. I tell you what.
It annoys me so much there isn't a match speed button.
Fucking match their speed to mine, which is a lot fucking faster than I want them to be.
Oh, so Roberto, you killed your run, you idiot.
And it's not even the fucking worst of it yet. There's the trophy specifically for Gonk escort missions, and that's gonna suck. Balls. Mega balls. Titanium balls. Because Gonk droids are the smallest things in sliced bread, and the slowest things in sliced bread. So I'm in for a fucking hell of a time when I get to those. The funny thing is, I wouldn't even been playing right now if Red One didn't the other day go blocky check while I'm playing. I was like, alright, and then I started playing. I was like, alright.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, we both dropped it, and I was like, I have no problem with this. I don't really care.
Shit out the stadium. Goodbye. Yep.
Here's Hog Weedy.
Yep. Fucking just didn't let it go fast enough. As soon as I saw that full power bar, I'm like, it's nowhere on target.
Like, I had zero problem with neither of us playing the game again. I'd finished it, and I don't care. But he fucking did. This is what he gets.
Can I win one of these headers? Thank you, Alexander.
He even messaged me earlier, like way earlier in the evening before we started chatting, like, get off on PlayStation. It's like, oh no, you chose to do nations. This is all a choice now. What's more important to you, just platinum or nations? I got my answer.
That's a foul. Never
The
mind.
wrong answer, but I got my answer. Get back in the speeder, you fucking buffoon. Jesus Christ.
Oh, don't worry, that was a bad touch. Okay, didn't matter.
Oh,
Thank you for telling me about
boosting.
Mane being fucking subbed on for Lawrence. That's fucking great. I'd love to see the score now.
Pause it and unpause it, we'll fix it.
Okay, Jesus.
Where'd
You're
that be at? Oh, it's
offside.
over there.
Get back on side, Ronaldo. Fuck me. Eat. Thank you.
Thankfully,
Alright.
it's a lot easier because you can turn on a thing where you see all the collectibles are, like they're highlighted in circles on the map, which makes my life easier.
Hmm.
Because if I had to like fucking go looking under fucking couches and shit, metaphorically speaking, to go find them, pain. Here you go, you fucking stupid Jala. Have all your shit. Merry Christmas. Don't fall in. Because he'll just fucking engulf you like egg or that small. I could fucking fuss for a dark kick and then.
What a fucking save. What ruling? Jesus.
I now get to keep the skanky droid as a thank you. Oh, gee, appreciate it, man.
Really piss off. How the fuck are you saving this?
2 more droids and then I can get off this game for the night.
Oh, I've got my guaranteed prime slash thingy tots.
Nice. Oh, that's 2 missions. Fuck. That's 2 as well. Here, which one is? Oh, they're both on the fucking, like, not on the same planet, but both the missions for each one are on the same planet. Okay. It's these 2 missions, isn't it? It's fucking one of yours. I think. Hold on, let me, because you can actively see your progression in game. I think I've genuinely progressed through like 12% of the game today.
Jesus.
Because I only need 76 more characters, 54 more ships. I've done just over half of the fucking level challenges, but I'm
Oh,
saving those till the
I've
end.
got fucking level 30 tomorrow, actually.
So mods.
Yeah.
What we're doing? I was going into characters and Astromix, and then view mission,
Hop
character.
onto the share screen.
Alright.
Hello, Summit.
I don't know how I'm as energetic as I am given I've been up for fucking 22 hours. It's a lot
Welcome.
easier going this way. I don't know why. It's so much harder when you start at like 4
Going through
p.m.
that,
and then to
yes,
go
going
until
through the
4
night,
p.m.
yeah. Going through
It's
the
a lot
night is
easier
so
just
much
doing the
worse.
day as normal, and then I don't know. It's like I don't know if it's the sun or some fucking mental thing in my brain or the brain.
Alright, let's pray it is a prim one.
Well, it can't be EFL, so
Yeah, but I'm just saying, hopefully it's a prim, not a
glory.
woman's fuck.
Oh no!
Already got her. Nope, I don't actually. Okay.
Oh damn!
92?
This does not bode well for mine.
Oh,
It's
oof.
like she can definitely play right wing with that amount of defending.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Biggie.
As we say in the bee's nest, good fodder.
Yeah, that's a humongous E.
I'm genuinely at the point where anything under 88 is actually very unhelpful in terms of fodder rating now. Because like most of the squads are like 90 or higher. It's like damn. It's like okay, for 89 squads you can do 4 90s and the rest can be 88s. But if there's
Why is
the
that
88
8 days now?
squads are, huh?
Why is that 8 days now?
To what?
For the hero. Usually they do it weekly.
8 days.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look at your screen again.
Yeah, the hero pick is on 8 days currently.
I mean, there's only so many promos I can change and add into it, I guess.
I guess.
And then what, they're going to make it 90 plus next? Like, you can't do that every 3 days.
Hmm.
Four more missions and I can get off for the night. Off this game anyway. It's a fucking little creature on your fucking ship you have in a winch bag. Diabolical work. Nefarious, if anything. I need to kill 10 of those rat bastards? Oh my good fuck. Is that one? No, it's a water one, it's different. Right. Gotcha. Oh no, it can. I was gonna say, because the fucking thing's blue, it's not a fucking same creature. Suck my downstairs titties.